All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Boardroom interview. Who do I have with me today?
Oh, that's what you were going to say. So you have with you today Deadre Beverly, also known as the only Deadre Beverly on IG. Born and raised out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I don't know what else.
Word. So welcome to the dream house, finally.
This dream house is a dream. It's really nice in here.
Oh, thank you.
You guys did your thing. I loved every part of this place. I can't wait to come back for the other areas, like the little show. You better invite me to a show.
Oh, nah, I got you.
Okay.
We locked in.
It's so nice.
So tell us, man, how was life growing up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania?
It was kind of dope. People say that Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is a retirement state, so it was really quiet.
Yeah.
It's not like fast paced at all. And I grew up in the suburbs, so I went to a predominantly white school, so that was kind of different, being out of my element. But it did help me like with my education, and I was in track. I was a track runner. Broke records there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got records up in Harrisburg, PA. I went to Central Dauphin East and broke records there. And then I did cross country in high school and broke the record there. But I think probably by now somebody broke my record. They probably did.
Have you been to Mount Airy Lodge?
No.
What?
No, what is that?
Mount Airy Lodge? No.
Oh.
Yeah. Poconos Mountain?
Poconos. Oh,
Mount
no.
Airy Lodge?
But you know what? I never went to the Poconos.
What?
Never.
What?
I never went to the Poconos. No.
Okay.
But I seen their little, so I was going to book a stay in the Poconos. And don't they got like a little champagne, a champagne bottle that you can get in? Isn't it real big? Yeah, they got some stuff up there.
I only know about Mount Airy Lodge because when I was a kid, I remember the commercials.
Oh, they would play them? See, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm from PA.
Ah, that's crazy. That is like a staple though.
But see, that's what I'm telling you. Harrisburg is slow. It's not fast paced. Like it's it's kind of like the Amish country.
Mm. So have you been there?
Oh yeah, York is Amish.
Have you ate at
Lebanon?
What is it? Hershey?
Oh, Hershey is my spot.
You
That's
ate
Hershey
there?
Hershey Park.
Yeah, you ate there?
That's like one of the biggest attractions in America,
well,
right?
so is the Mount Airy Lodge.
Oh, I never heard about it.
Well, do you like the apple butter that they have there?
Yes.
Ah, see,
yes.
I know my shit.
Yeah. So, okay, we're talking.
So, you went to school, you broke some records, How did you end up in Atlanta?
Okay. So it's just about to get deep, okay? Deep and unfortunate, but also good. I actually was engaged when I moved down here. I moved down here with my ex-fiance and our children.
Ooh.
He was and still is an audio engineer and producer, and I was modeling. So we were kind of like a team going hard in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we started taking trips to Atlanta because he had started working with some people down here, and they were like, hey, can you pull up? Can you come down? I was reaching out through Facebook. My IG wasn't even doing anything at this time. I was predominantly on Facebook, and I was like joining, what are those called? The modeling pages and stuff.
Okay.
And I was linking and talking to photographers and videographers that were in Georgia. So we just would book stuff and set up stuff. Like he would have his shit that would pop off at nighttime, because if you know, engineers, they get most of their bookings at night. It goes down at night. And then my modeling I would do during the day. So we would take trips and we would knock our stuff out, and to the point where we were like, okay, we want to move down here. So we're in 2023. Was it 2021? Yeah, August 2021 is when we moved down here.
Oh, 2 years ago.
Yes.
What?
So,
I feel like I've been trying to book you for 2 years, but that's
really?
another story.
Is that? So one thing about me is, and I be having to apologize to so many people, it's overwhelming. I always tell people I wish I had a team. I super wish I had a team. I wish I had somebody who was answering bookings or emails. I wish I had somebody who was picking out wardrobe. I wish I had a team. I'm doing all this by myself with 4 kids, with, all types of stuff that's going on the side. And when I talk to you or I talk to other people and I set stuff up,
it's a lot.
It just be like, oh shoot, I gotta do this. Like when you were supposed to do the interview, what was that, last week?
Yeah, last week, and then the week before that.
I think
the month before that.
And then 2 years before
2
that.
years before.
It was just like, I'll put down, I'm supposed to meet you at 6 p.m. This photographer, I'm supposed to get with them on this day, and it'd be the wrong day. It just be a lot. So I be apologizing. I think I just put on my story, I'm sorry to everyone that.
Oh.
I apologize.
That's dope. So tell us, let's get a little deeper into this conversation.
Okay.
Okay, you moved here, What is your experience? Explain your experience. Like, what are the pros? What are the pros
being in Georgia
thus far? Yeah.
There's always work. There's always steady work. Like, there's always someone I can work with, I can book with, I can make some content. There's always somebody that I can work with. Back home, it would be like gaps in me modeling or doing videos, content promotion, brand promotion. There would be gaps. And so that's when I would lean on my now ex, my partner, with his stuff. But now it's like I can do 2 shoots a week, maybe 2 videos a month. And that's only because I have children and I can't fully dedicate my time to that. If I could fully dedicate my time, I'd be busy every other day.
Well, that's actually...
So I love that about Georgia. There's always work. Like, no, honestly, I don't want to hear nobody complain when they come down here because it's work. There's work.
That's crazy because, I'm kind of speechless because... You feel like you get booked like that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. I mean, I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't hear a lot of people like that's booked.
Do you
like
think
that.
Maybe it could be because I'm from out of town, or no?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
You know what I think it is, to be honest? I think it's my personality. So here's the thing.
That's a good one.
Here's the thing. So I come across so many talented people, so many beautiful women that should be booked and steady and booked and all that stuff. But I think people resonate with authenticity and real, genuine, good people. Like, I think my personality takes me farther than my looks. I think it takes me farther than my work ethic. When you work with me, I'm professional, I'm on time, I'm diligent, I'm executing. You don't have to ask me to, like, I just had a photographer say, like, he filled out a spreadsheet and was like, okay, do you know how to do your makeup? Can you do your hair? I can do everything for myself. But I think my personality is what it's like. It makes photographers want to work with me again. It makes people want to continue to book me. They pass it along. This person now wants to book me. So like the month of March, I haven't done any videos since I came down here. And I've been booked for them, but I've had to reschedule, and you should know. So I'm getting to the point where now it's easier to put in the work. So like the month of March, I'm doing videos this month. And I'm trying to get to a point where I'm balancing mom life and work life. So I have children ranging from 13 all the way down to 2. So it's chaotic. It's hectic, but I'm still working.
Is modeling something that you always wanted to do?
No. I didn't even know I liked it.
You was like, me?
Yeah, because what happened was, I think it was like 2016, 17. So, okay, let's go back. Let's go back just so you understand.
Let's take this back.
I'm actually shy in nature.
Right.
I'm not or I wasn't. Confidence has been built. My confidence has been built. I was not always confident. So I was, like I said, like we were talking about before I got on camera, more traditional. So I was in a relationship where I wasn't even on social media before I started modeling. Got out of that relationship, got into another one, and the guy that I was with, and not only him, but other people, I was taking like pictures on Facebook and posting them, and people were saying, "Oh my God, you're so photogenic. You should model, you should model." And then the guy that I was with pushed me to model. So then that was 2018. We're in 2023. It built up to that. Yeah. I never thought about modeling at all, ever in my life.
Yeah.
But it's working.
It's clearly.
Thank y'all.
Honestly, it's crazy because it's like I'm still shocked. I mean, I don't know everybody's situation, but I don't think I met a lot of booked and busy models.
Really? Here?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're here.
But see, what's their personality like?
Are
they people persons?
Yeah.
Are they energetic? Are they happy and motivated? And are they taking criticism when the photographer says, "I don't like, change that up"? Or they getting mad and they think they know it all? Like your personality and how you carry yourself and how you are with that person. I mean, like the first impression is everything. Mm-hmm. Like for me and for the photographer.
So you said you was in a kind of like a all mostly white school, right?
Yes.
How was that growing up?
Difficult. Even though I'm light skinned, and when we get into the subject of colorism, I'm still a black girl.
Yeah.
So, my hair was still curly, my nose was still wider, I still talk different. My dad was raised in the hood, in the streets. So I had that in me. It like you still feel out of place. Like, and my teachers were even not so much in high school, but I remember going to this school called Lingelstown Elementary in Harrisburg, and that was, I think me and my brother there were 2 other black kids. It was 4 of us. Everybody else was white. Yes.
Crazy.
And the teachers were all white. Like down here, my kids love school down here because they can go to school and see black teachers and black students. Yeah. That's not common in Harrisburg.
Yeah. I can see that.
And so also like I've dealt with teachers treating me different. Like it's kind of crazy up there.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. When you start, if you say outside of Philadelphia, I started getting a little nervous for you.
Like every time I would travel back home, I haven't traveled back since. But every time I travel back home to PA, I would get pulled over. Wow. It's wild up there.
Wow, folks.
Yeah. So, but when I got into 7th grade, I went to CD East, and that's a mixture. Mm-hmm. But then my parents moved me right out of there to Central Dauphin High, which is the doctor's kids, the lawyer's kids, you know what I mean? And it's back to being in a predominantly white school. And I did get along with them, but you just still, there's always that feeling where it's just like,
can't come to my house.
No, you're going to look at my house and you're going to be like, and your parents aren't even going to let you come to my house.
Yeah.
I got to come to your house for sleepovers. I got to come to your house, and their parents aren't even home.
Yeah.
The kids are running wild. That honestly, and this is another thing.
I know those kids.
I didn't even learn about different drugs until I got around white kids.
Because y'all so bored.
There were kids in rehab in 10th grade. You know what I mean? So that was my experience in school. Like crazy.
For real.
And they can go straight to rehab. Black kids, we be going through trauma or get introduced to drugs, and we don't have that outlet. Mm-hmm. So it's just weird, like it was just different. Like I was just like, wow,
So what is something that you learned as a kid that you still carry with you today?
Being on time.
You didn't have to go to the military for that one, right?
No. Not only that, but being humble. My dad is very big on humbleness and just being a good person. I can vividly remember as a young kid, my mom worked and my dad let my mom go back to school and get degrees. while he did his thing. My dad was an artist. I remember me and my brother sitting in the basement, and he would be recording tracks with his. They were called DJs, not producers. Yeah. So his DJ was DJ Relly Cut. And I just remember us always being with my dad during the day when my mom was working or she was like, you know what I mean, going to school and stuff. He always wanted her to like elevate and do more. Yeah. And my dad was just a good person. Like we would go places, we would pull up to places. And of course, like I said, he was raised in the streets, so he'd go to the hood. He's giving everybody money. He's giving everybody food. We're stopping. Oh, you need this? Okay, I'm gonna run and go do that. Da, da, da. And that's just how he was. So as I got older, I just carried that with me. Like, take care of people. You know what I mean? You don't need it back. You don't have to want it back. Like, just take care of people. You'll be blessed. I don't need for anything because God is always taking care of me. And that just stems from me being a good person. So I feel like that's what I took from a young age. Just being humble and doing for others. Like, that's how you get blessed. That's how you get blessed.
What is your worst experience on a modeling gig? And yes, we want to know.
So I think just because, okay, so I don't have like a bad experience because of how I carry myself. Mm-hmm. But I think what I consider a bad experience when I'm modeling is just the photographer not knowing what the hell they're doing. Like, I've worked with enough professional photographers where it's like as soon as I walk in with my clothes, like, and my look, we should be shooting. I don't know. I don't have a really bad experience.
Damn.
I don't.
That's another first.
And I think that's because the way I'm not going for no badass experience. I'm not booking with a bad, like there's signs that you could tell who you're about to work with. Like, I feel like you should never work with a photographer that jumps in your DM and is calling you sexy, fine, cute, bad. Recipe for disaster. They can think that in their head, yes, but it should be professional from the gate. So a bad experience means there was some unprofessionalism early on.
Ooh. Are you into psychology or anything?
I wanted to be a psychologist. That's so funny that you said that. Yeah. That is so funny that you brought that up. That was like my next life goal. Like, I wanted to be. I love the human mind. I love people. I love, like, I study like a lot. I study people a lot. I study people too. Because I feel like you have to.
You got to.
You have to know who you're dealing with at all times. And don't get it twisted. I'm not always right. I'm not always good at that. I done ran into some weird asses. If I'm allowed to cuss. Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, you're allowed.
I've ran into some of the weirdest. Yeah, I've ran into some of the weirdest of the weirdos. And it's not fun. So when it's not fun, you practice making sure you don't run into them again.
That's a fact.
You make sure of it. So like I said, I was raised by a boss. My dad is street smart and book smart. So we don't make those mistakes. And he lives here too. He's down here. So we're not gonna deal with that. We're not going to get into that.
So tell us, what is your idea of the perfect date?
Oh, why this made me soft? I was like real hard just now.
You was going hard.
Now I'm like soft again.
You started gripping the pistol and got the cup in one hand, got the pistol in the other. Like,
so, okay. You said the perfect date?
What is your idea of the perfect date?
I got to be laughing the whole time. I want to laugh.
Shit.
Like, we could be we don't have to be anywhere fancy. Nothing had to be planned. Oh, I'm a spontaneous girl. I don't even like we have to be here at 8:45 and da-da-da. Now, if there's a schedule, like I stated, I like to be prompt. I like to be on time because that's going to irritate me if we're not on time and you said we had to be here at 8:45. But I love. Isn't there a Spontaneous. You got to be spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Thank you. Spontaneity. What is the word?
We not gonna get it tonight.
No, because
we've
been drinking.
I got you though. I got you.
But I love spontaneous dates. I love, like I said, I have to be laughing. I do not want to be bored. I don't want to be bored. It can't be dull. And at the end of the night, I want to be vibing. Yeah. I need some music. I need some entertainment, whatever that means. And I gotta be fed. You have, feed the beast. I need to eat. Y'all know it. Everyone that follows me knows I love to eat. I love food, so it has to be good food.
So, what is one of your favorite foods?
That's a hard question. I would say I'm a pasta dish, seafood, soul food. Like, we're gonna go down the line here because I like it all. So that's a hard question. I go off of what I need that day. I'm a that day kind of person. What do I want to eat today?
Word.
And it changes.
Damn.
It can change in 5 minutes. I got to make my
So they got to hurry up and get there.
Let's figure this out. And let's do it quick.
They got to know where they go.
Or it might go from shrimp to a burger. We don't know. Let's figure this out. And let's do it quick. Because if we don't get this right now, I'm going something different. Let's figure this out.
So tell us, like, what are some of the other things you do besides modeling?
I'm a chef.
What? Like Gordon Ramsay or
no, but I would love to meet him.
in the kitchen.
So here's my thing. Mm-hmm. Let's say this: in my downtime, when I'm not focused on modeling, I like to cook and I like to dance.
Are you placing on your plates? Because I'm still at the food part. Are you placing is it beautiful decorations?
Oh, yes. You mean presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing that?
Yeah.
You ain't just throwing it on the plate?
No. Like, to the point where I learned this trick. I think this is cute. Take a measuring cup when you get your rice and you pack it in the measuring cup.
Oh, my God.
When you set it down, it's like a little...
Yeah.
It looks like flan. You ever heard
like
of
a
flan?
Little volcano.
Yeah, it's like a little volcano, right? Yeah. I like that. Presentation is everything too. If you care about your presentation as a model, you should care about the presentation of other things. So I feel like, when I get my food, when I order my food and it has to look good too.
Do you proportion it? Or do you...
I don't know what portion is.
Do you give... Are you counting the calories and the amount of the foods?
No. That's a waste of time. We're worried about the flavor and if it has been cooked fully.
I don't know. You from Harrisburg, so I don't know.
I mean, when I was on my gym stuff, when I was working out, you have to, like, I was on a protein diet. But I don't know what a diet is. I don't want a diet.
Do you eat meat?
Not a lot. Like, so I still love chicken and seafood pescatarian. Mm-hmm. Like I did go by pescatarian at one point. I'm not a big red meat eater.
So what happened? Like, how did you turn your point from? Did you taste something?
What do you mean?
Did you taste something else in like another type of meat and it was like, fuck that shit, I'm back? Or,
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is when I went vegetarian in 2009.
Right.
When I was getting ready to, I want to say 2008, before I had my firstborn. Mm-hmm. And my mom, she's such an excellent cook and really good at making vegetarian food because she could season the hell out of everything.
Oh, man.
What happened?
Nah, I need to give her...
Oh, yeah, but she's not here anymore. Oh, man. So fast forward to now, when my mom passed, I tried to stay true to it, but everybody around me ate meat, so I just ended up eating some meat one day, and I wasn't vegetarian anymore.
I just gotta know, do you remember what it was that you ate?
Chicken.
Was it a lemon pepper?
It was some really good fried chicken.
Look,
and I couldn't help it.
Look, I'm gonna be
everyone that you know loves chicken.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to say no to chicken.
Look, before I moved here, no, let me say that. When I moved here, and this made my weight go all the way up. I tasted lemon pepper for the first time.
And what, was it crazy?
Oh my God, changed my life.
Where did you get yours from?
Man, it was just like a freaking local bar. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
It's always the hole in the wall that have the best food.
Yeah, I was new. You know when you knew you trying things out.
Listen, I did it. Yeah. I went everywhere when I first got here.
So I'm in the hole in the wall.
And you're effing the lemon pepper chicken up.
Man.
Did you get another order?
Look, after I tasted it the first time.
Do you still go there?
It held me for 3 years. No, I started.
Oh, because now you've
I want to know who else has lemon pepper. Who has the best lemon pepper?
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't eat meat right now.
That's beautiful. Eat fish. Because I don't think we're supposed to.
Yeah.
We're not really supposed to. I mean, I was watching this movie the other night, and the mob bosses or whoever they were, they went into the deep freezer, and it was just like dead carcasses of animals hanging up, and this shit was so unappealing and so nasty, and it just made me think, like, we're really not supposed to eat this shit. Like, look how disgusting that looks.
Yeah.
But I would say that I'm more of a seafood eater, and everyone always talks about, females love crab legs and all that, but seafood is like the safest of the meats, I feel like fish. Cause then they catch fish and all that.
Yeah,
like back in the day,
it was fish
in the water, freshwater
fish and vegetables and
So I feel like I can get away with eating fish. I red meat, not a fan. Chicken, I don't eat it all like that, but you'll catch me eating some chicken.
Yeah. I still, every once in a while, I'll be like, give me one.
Give me a piece.
But it got to the point that I could only do one. But I might touch it. Right. So what else? Is there anything else besides modeling and cooking?
I like to dance in my free time.
Like salsa?
Oh, I know how to do that. I was taught how to do that. Because when I was younger, I was in ballet and tap dance. My first real dream and goal was to be a choreographer. My dad bought me a karaoke machine when I was 7, and I used to steal his CDs out of the living room and put them in my room and just dance. I would just dance all over my room.
Really?
And I thought I was teaching people.
And was you doing the dances right?
Oh, I was going hard. Like if my dad was here, he'd be like, I came in the room one day and she looked like Debbie Allen, you know what I mean, in there just just going in, because I'm with the theatrics. Like I'm very drama based person in a good way.
Yeah,
I have a lot of drama and energy to me, so I feel like I would have been great. I do. I feel like I can still do it.
Yeah, why not?
I should.
Yeah.
Let's take a sip. I love dancing though. I love dancing. Like if you were ever to see me out at the club, I love it. Dancing is so freeing. Music, dancing, food, this is all good for the soul. So you got to think, as we talk about it, I do things that are good for the soul.
What would you tell a young girl that might be watching you and you don't know it? What would you tell her about life and how she should maneuver?
There's no book. So I would tell a younger female, I have 2 daughters, so this is what I tell them all the time. You're going to make mistakes. You're human, and it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Be patient with yourself. Understand that in order to become wise, you have to experience things and go through them. You have to take L's. L's are a part of life, but that's what's going to generate those wins. I mean, it's kind of just like you gotta let people go through what they have to go through. Like I had so many huge influences around me in my life. Good men and good women that taught me and could teach the next generation and the next generation, but we ultimately have to go through stuff that we have to go through. Like, there's really no, like, think of it like this. I think life is supposed to go a certain way because of what I've been through. Somebody is sitting viewing life in a whole different way. So I could try to teach someone how to do something or how to be, but I'm going to pass that information on, but they're going to ultimately go through life their way. It's their experience. It's their journey. I just want people to be safe. Because, like, there's really no... There's all these books out here, but when did you sit down and read a book on how you should get through life?
I just go on YouTube.
Right. And then, like, there's tons of books. Like, there's The Art of War. There's there's a whole bunch of books on how to...
those type of books.
Yeah, but, like, there's all types of books that teach you how to try to get through life, right?
Yeah.
And I took from them what I took from them, but at the end of the day, I had to go through my journey. Because at the end of the day, and I don't know how many people are religious, I believe in God. That's who's in control. So, I mean, I could teach a younger lady about my experiences, but everybody's not going to go through what I went through. Right. You know what I mean? So, my biggest thing I would say is be good to yourself and be patient with yourself and love yourself and be smart. Try to be as smart as you can. Try to be as smart as you can because life is tricky. And this generation right now, I really don't know. I don't really know how to steer them. I don't. I'm learning too. All this TikTok stuff, I'm learning how to do everything.
That's the move right there.
What is that? Yeah. My daughter said it's called the stiff hip. What the hell is that? Oh, what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. And I'm trying to do the best I can with teaching them off of what I was taught. This new stuff is different. Yeah. It's almost like you need a new, I don't even know what to call it. You need someone that can interpret, an interpreter for the new generation, because I don't know what they're doing.
Do you think that that's a reflection of the generation before them?
Partially. But then you also have to understand, like, there's media and there's influences that are controlling the thoughts and the minds, just like they did in our generation. They're controlling the narrative. So I always tell people, either you're going to let the streets teach your kids or you're going to try to teach them. And when I say the streets, I don't mean like the concrete streets. I mean like the streets is TV too. The streets is music too. Like we're living in a time era where like people, you can go on your phone and the phone can teach you life. Mm-hmm. And the phone can bring some new stuff to your attention. So either I'm going to have like a grasp on it and try to catch it first, like, hey, you know, this is what's going on right now, or that's going to teach you. That's going to be your teacher. And I feel like a lot of times right now it's children teaching children. Yeah. Like there's not like real solid adults teaching children right now. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, I get it.
Like it's kind of scary, to be honest.
Yeah. Kind of like well, you have adults that jump on that bandwagon as well. So I guess there's some adults that act like children.
That are acting like children, yeah.
Sprinkling it in there.
Yeah. And it's like we have to kind of get back to, I know people hate how our grandparents and great-grandparents raised us. People will be like, oh, they were too aggressive and mean and all that. But sometimes you need a little bit of that. Yeah. With discipline, I mean, if you look at the most powerful people in the world, they had great discipline in their life. Discipline is very important. It's just how you do it. You need to beat the hell out of your kids. That doesn't make that discipline. But you need to be strong and firm in what you're teaching them, and strong and firm in what their boundaries are. Like, I see parents, they don't have no boundaries for their kids. The girl got a lace front on at 8, and she's doing a stiff hip, and they're eating candy all day, and
so
there's no discipline.
Where does the boundaries start, though, in this generation? Everything is out there now.
Everything's out there.
Everything that was able to be hidden is like...
It's out in the open.
Yeah. Did you see the video with the boy reading the book that he got out his library?
Oh, the sex book?
Yeah.
Is it any different from when we were sneaking the sex books when we were kids?
Yeah, it's different.
Okay, so what do you think is different? Because I'm going to be honest, I got my hands on a sex book when I was in junior high.
Yeah. Yeah. Videos.
Very intense
book.
And I was sneaking. So this little boy is reading this book out loud, and from the looks of it, he was like, this is crazy, right? But we were doing that when we were in junior high. Like, what do you think is the difference?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the type of person. Like, we could say, okay, everything's just honest now and upfront, but is it really?
No, not totally.
So,
like, a lot of stuff is not authentic.
Right.
So my what I would say about that is him getting that sex book in the school and reading it like that is we have to hold the school accountable. Mm-hmm. Right? Because parents are trusting their kids to the faculty and the staff members in the school itself, and you have a sex book in your library. How did that get in there? And then it gets even scarier because I had a female say something to me about, well, everyone that's a sex offender, right, isn't registered. All rapists are not registered.
True.
So how do you even know if a teacher's a sex offender or a rapist or a pedophile? You don't until he commits the act and gets caught. So there's a study that I read about where more people are homeschooling their kids because of that. So I think we just have to get to a point where we're, like I said, there's discipline and we're taking full control of our families back. Because we're trusting our children while we go to work and have to provide and make money. We're trusting our children with these people. But how much can we really trust them? And it's going to make it harder for us. Like, if the thought of me doing homeschool on top of everything else that I do would be crazy. But our society is used to things being easier. It was that hard back then.
Yeah.
In my grandma's generation, she taught her kids. She fed her kids. She worked. You know what I mean? We like it easy now.
Yeah, we made the internet fast.
Yeah, with making it easy and trusting our kids to someone who could be a pedophile in the school, that's because we don't feel like dealing with our kids for 8 hours in the day. So, I don't know. It's like you got to figure out what you want to do, because if that's too much for you, which it is for most people because we have to make a living to take care of our kids, we have to trust the schools. So, are you going to the board meetings? Are you sitting down for the council meetings for the counties and the districts and the state? No, people are not doing that shit. Nobody's doing. Who's doing that? What parents do you know are sitting at the board meeting saying, this is an outrage, my child found a sex book?
Yeah, it's definitely different.
We're too busy. We're too caught up. It's time to get back to the foundation.
But it's crazy because that same generation is are the teachers too. So it seems like the teachers
like
are
you can't
lazier
discipline
now.
kids in the school. You see the kids beating the teachers up now?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Because don't put your hands on the kids. That shit wasn't going on when my grandma was in school. It took the villages to raise the kids. Nobody called the cops when the teacher disciplined the child. Now, if you look at the child wrong, the child goes home, says, my teacher looks at me funny. The parent goes to the school and say, why the hell you looking at my kid crazy? Now the teacher feels like they can't teach. Now, nobody's getting an education because the teachers are scared. They're going to get punched in the mouth by a child, and they're going to go to jail if they retaliate. It's too much. We live in a crazy-ass time.
For real. Man, let the people know where they can find you at on social media.
They can find me on IG. It's the only Deidre Beverly. I don't think I have any underscores. I did on my last one. They can find me there. Facebook, it's Deidre Beverly, Deadre, and then Beverly. I hope you know how to spell Beverly.
I have it written on the screen.
Okay. And then I'm not on TikTok. I tried to. My kids tried to get me on there. I just can't do it.